Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to a Protoss versus Terran. A Korean versus a Korean. A Gumiho versus a Nightmare. And I'm curious to see what these lads have prepared for us, with mech making a major comeback as of late in TVP. I am wondering if the original king of mech, well, not quite the original, like the original king of mech is Goody. The second original king of mech is going to be Gumiho. I wonder if he's down to play a little bit of mech. I always notice that the OG mech players, they don't like it when the others also start playing mech, because it's kind of like their thing, you know, it's their advantage that the opponents don't get a lot of practice against mech. So if then all of a sudden everyone starts playing mech, everyone's getting more practice against mech, it's bad for them, and they stop playing mech. They're like, all right, I used to be unique when I played mech, now everyone's playing mech, let me be unique and try and play some bio. That tends to be their little thing. Although, of course, bio is still very viable and very playable and very popular in this matchup as well. So perhaps Gumiho running out of options right now. Fast Factory, double gas opener. This is an aggressive build order most likely, as we have a core into Nexus start here out of Nightmare. Some long distance mining as well going on. Look at that. Dude, this guy is... he is not wanting to stack workers in his main base, let me tell you. He is ready to send these boys to town. Send them to town. Ready to send them downtown. There you go. Okay, triple workers here in this assimilators. The first, the adept is about to come out. Did we get a scout out of our boy here? Got no scout out of Nightmare. This probe is suspiciously far down. Ooh, barely is not going to get caught here by Gumiho's roaming Reaper. No, might actually end up getting caught. Quite a bit of damage you're going to catch on this probe over here. Okay, 3 shots, I think that was, or 2 shots. This one's going to get one more hit. That means it's now 1 hit away from dying. It's usually a zone you don't really want to be in. The 1 hit away from dying zone. Twilight Council, second gateway. Gateway in the main, by the way, so we're not going for any type of walling. And a blind battery on the low ground. Kind of trying to stabilize here, I guess. Making sure he can't die against anything weird. Fast Cyclone will be the weapon of choice for Gumiho, which is a decent weapon. Cyclone has multiple uses. It can deny scouting, it can attack, it can defend. It's good against oracles, fine against stalkers, good against adept harass. It's kind of like it is the Swiss Army knife of Terran. And that is not necessarily a compliment, because it is very rare that you actually want to have a Swiss Army knife, right? You want like a corkscrew in the moment. And then someone goes like, oh, I don't have a corkscrew, but I have a tiny corkscrew in my Swiss Army knife that weighs 2 kilos and has a tiny version of each tool. It's better than nothing, but you don't really want it. It's kind of how the Cyclone is. It is kind of okay in every situation, but if you're trying to kill someone, you'd rather have a tank. If you're trying to deal damage to workers, you'd rather have a mine drop. You know, if you're trying to defend, you'd rather have a tank. If you're trying to push, you'd rather have anything but a Cyclone. It has nice range, but not crazy damage output. It really is, it is a Swiss Army knife. It does a lot of jobs somewhat okay. You know, it's a safe unit. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's safe. It's a safe choice. Is it exciting? No, it's not. Reaper Cyclone's going to get pushed back here, as well as this Marine drop is also being pushed back. Gumiho here in there's some serious conservation efforts. He's trying to keep every single unit alive. He's gonna start his own Terran zoo. To the left we have a tank, currently only 1 in the entire world. But another factory is about to give birth. Oh, look at that tiny tank, it's so cute. I never quite understood the hype of people going to take a look at like baby gorillas, you know? Zoos, they always have like a massive influx of people whenever an animal gets a small version of the animal, which is funny because most people don't actually give a crap about small animals. You know, you wouldn't go to a zoo for wasps and bees, but then all of a sudden when you have a big animal that produces a small one, it is all they wanted in their entire life. Freaking crazy. Actually crazy. This is a serious push, by the way. What the hell? We have what, 16 Marines? That's a sacrifice to the god. I'm not sure which god Nightmare is praying for, but I feel like divine intervention needs to come quick for this to have been useful. Losing those 2 stalkers actually hurt an insane amount, because as a result he can't one-shot tanks anymore, needed double volleys. This was good control though. First tank is gonna get taken out fairly easily. We're gonna get another battery recharge. Blinks in forward to take out the second tank. With the second tank now being gone, do we still have enough damage output? Cyclone in the back, being the Swiss Army knife that it is, actually dishing out a decent amount of damage. 5 SCVs now repairing this bench. They're kind of huddling around. Dude, if these 2 extra Stalkers hadn't died, I think this would already be over. Now, it's going to be insanely close. Behind all of this, what are we doing? We have Cloak on the way. We have no 3rd CC, no extra barracks. So I'm not even sure if Gumiho actually has a follow-up plan. It seems like his first plan was to try and kill the opponent. And if that doesn't work, perhaps going back to the lobby, try again in the next game. Extra barracks now being added in 6 minutes and 15 seconds into the game. Gumiho up 20 supply as the double Banshees provide a lot of damage output. The Cloak is going to be helpful too. And here comes the tank with some big shots onto those Stalkers. That's a second shot. That goes off on the tank. Banshee's dishing out serious damage as well. Good pickup micro on the Cyclone. And I think with the Marines in the back and with 20 probes going down, Gumiho is going to take game number 1 with an impressive push. Yes, killing those 2 Stalkers for free was a big deal. But the tank and the baby tank did a great job together. And boy, this Terran Zoo is going to get lots of new visitors over the next few weeks. You're going to have the winning baby. And these Marines still shooting at this Nexus as well. We have 3 new barracks coming in, on top of the already existing 2, so that smells like a 5 racks follow-up. It doesn't really matter what the follow-up is, it could be 5 CC at this point, because Nightmare is gonna leave game number 1. After that game, Nightmare now is an atheist. His sacrifices to the gods did not result in a divine intervention, at least not to the degree that he wanted to. I don't think he's gonna be sending Stalkers straight into their death again, as we have Gumiho with a... yeah, I don't know what the... You guys explain this to me, because I don't get it. This is often one of the Gumiho tricks. Gumiho has a lot of tricks where no one really understands what the purpose is of the trick. It's like, it's cool that there's a trick, but... yeah, now what? Like, no one's even gonna see this trick. It's like tricking yourself in the mirror at home. I guess, is that how magicians practice? If they manage to fool themselves, then they're, whoa, I'm pretty freaking good. I'm very good at deluding myself as well, though. I often tell myself in the mirror that I'm one of the best StarCraft players in the world, so... technically, that's also a trick that I'm playing on myself, because I really do believe it. I don't... like, imagine you're a probe, right? You go in. It's just let's hypothetically see how this trick would work. So what am I scouting? I'm a probe. I come in. I see, oh, depot, no barracks. So what is the first thing I do? Is I want to check the gases. I want to see, hey, is it double gas? That means Reaper proxy, or single gas. So it might be 2 Marauder proxy. Then as you walk to the second gas, you see the barracks. You're like, oh, never mind. We're good. Except now there's nothing in the wall. Very odd trick. I don't quite see the purpose. This is like the trick where they, you know, they smash the watch with a hammer. Except the watch never comes back. Like, you just break the watch. The trick is you break the watch. It's not a great trick. Imagine trying to do that with a Swiss Army knife. Imagine, it probably wouldn't work. You need a real hammer. I don't think there's a hammer actually in the Swiss Army knife. What do you have? I think you have like a tiny pocket knife in case you need to cut small potatoes. You have like a small corkscrew. Is there like a bottle opener in there? I don't know what the standard... I remember my... I think one of my uncles or like a friend of my dad's once gave me like a tiny little like Swiss Army knife. Like a small version of a Swiss Army knife, which was even more useless. I think I had like 4 or 5 things in there, like a corkscrew. I think I was like 6 when I got it. It's like for when I want to open a bottle of wine 12 years from now. I guess back when I was young, I was allowed to drink alcohol when I was 16, legally. Right now I think it's 18. We're allowed to drink soft alcohol, like beer, anything up to 15%. So back then you had a lot of booze in the shop that was 14.9%. It's like really sweet drinks. Like pretty much like kid drinks, you know? Like, and then they put alcohol in it. Is absolutely messed up. 16, from 16 to 18 you could drink beer, wine and these drinks, which were very cheap as well. And then once you turned 18 you could go for the hard liquor, like the vodkas and the whiskeys and the others, the gin. The tonic? No, gin is part of the tonic. Gin tonic. Tonic is not an alcoholic drink, is it? I don't think. I think tonic is... I think it's like sparkly water, pretty much. It might have like a lemon taste. So these 2 adepts here are now starting to... Ooh, nice split shot! You saw that? Oh! What the hell? What a pickup! Dude, that was cool as heck. Mr. Swiss Army knife shows up once again. You need anything done poorly? We're here. Now I got 2 of them. That's a bad start, let me tell you. That is a bad start. Oh no. Sometimes this is a blessing in disguise, you know? You lose your cyclones. At least you're not deluding yourself into thinking you have good units now. No, this is really bad. And you lost a medevac and a cyclone. It's a terrible start. This is as bad as it's gonna get. Because you know there's not gonna be any real pressure anymore, most likely. That's like a factory unit and a starport unit that you took out. That is painful. It does feel like we're going for a similar type of 1-1-1 push. Nightmare is starting with a 3-gate, all the gates on the high ground. I've been seeing this out of some of the Protoss players. They're like, hey, I don't want my gateways on the low ground anymore. I don't care about walling. I just want to make sure that they don't die when I'm being pushed. Which is a decision. Sometimes it's the correct one, sometimes it's the wrong one. It's hard to say exactly, you know? Against Hellion builds, for example, you really want the wall. It's super helpful. Imagine it's like a 7 Marine drop in the main and 3 Hellions on the low ground. If you don't have a wall, like, you just can't hold it. It's not like, oh, you can do it. No, it's just, you're dead. So it's like, it's good against certain builds and it's bad against others. You can't do this consistently. And I have been seeing Nightmare cannot do this consistently, so this is pretty freaking scary. All right, what do we have over here? We have a Banshee that's going to hit the accidental 3rd base. I don't think Gumiho here wanted to find this 3rd base. As in, he went through the left side as to not get spotted, and then he found 4 workers. He's going to be pretty happy with that. That is more than the 2 Cyclones did. Back to my Swiss Army knife thoughts, though. I can't remember what else there would be on it. Like, there's no... Like, maybe a tiny screwdriver or something like that? Like the standard one. Like a... I don't know what you call them in English. Kruiskop. Crosshead? Crosshead screwdriver is what you call them. Doesn't sound correct. But we'll stick with it. Ooh, there's a Raven behind this. So this is 4 starport units before building medevacs. Before building reactored medevacs. Because it was 1 medevac into double Banshee into Raven. That is crazy. And as this Stalker jump in also wasn't worth it, I think he lost 2 Stalkers to kill 2 SCVs. My mathematics degree tells me that that's not correct. It's not a good trade. Inefficient. We call this an inefficient trade. Here comes the Zealot run by. Did Nightmare spot that? I don't think he did. Gumiho there faster than Nightmare. Gumiho also stopped himself from shooting. Now we get a scan on the natural. This should be suspicious. If I'm Nightmare, I'm like, wait, why the hell did he just scan my natural? It doesn't make any sense. Surely it's not because he wants to fly there with Banshees. Unlikely. Like, oh, crap! It was he wanted to fly there with Banshees. Dude, unfortunate situation. Okay. It's gonna kill 9 workers here. And then go to the... Oh, 10! Dude, it's just staying. 11. That is a serious amount of workers. 11 workers. Cyclone could never. Cyclone would have dealt some damage to the assimilator and then died. Like, if this was a 4 Cyclone drop instead of 2 Banshees, you would have lost all Cyclones and might have accidentally killed one of your own SCVs. I'm sure why I'm hating on the Cyclone so much today, but I'm not feeling the unit. I am not feeling it at all. This game should have been over after the early game for how good it was for Nightmare, but instead what we're getting is something that almost resembles a real macro game. Like, there's going to be 0 pressure. Actually 0 pressure out of Gumiho. I do not think he has the units for it. The army resources. He's going to be moving out, which is... I think it's a call. You're allowed to make calls like this. It's just wild. Like, look at the situation that we find ourselves in. We have 8 gateways, no forge, no fort base. 60 workers to 59. I'm not saying Nightmare is all-inning, but I am saying that if Nightmare doesn't change one of these things soon, so either get a fort base or get double forge, or ideally both, and perhaps try to deal some damage, he's building an army that is not going to do so well in the long term. And that is all we care about. We're long-term thinkers here. Did he forget combat shield? I think he did. Oh, Gumiho. That is very unfortunate if you're playing against Storm, let me tell you. I wonder if he spotted it yet, the fact that he doesn't have combat. It's like, I stimmed twice, my Marines are now in the deep red. Very interesting. Yeah, probably will fix itself. Let me add some Vikings in my army. Oh, he just picked up the Marines and ran away. Please start a combat shield. I feel like now would be a good time. He gets a 4th base before combat shield. This is rare. We have double expansions coming out of Nightmare. 0 forges still, though. He really needs combat shield. Like, we can make jokes all day long, but it's not going to make these Marines get 10 more HP. Armory before combat shield. Oh, yeah. This is the blunder of a lifetime, let me tell you. This is the blunder of a lifetime. Like, you just can't fight. He's going to max out without combat shield. He's going to have... Oh, there we go. Thank God. Okay, it would actually be terrible. He can now wait for 6 ghosts and then maybe go across the map, see if he can do like a 1-1 timing. Actually, would be a pretty powerful 1-1 timing, I'm not gonna lie. And you're fighting against a dude that has pure gateway. You'd have 6 ghosts. There's already 2 Vikings out. Maybe you have like 6 to 8 medevacs as well. Up to upgrades. Like, that is a good situation. That's the type of stuff you want to have. Nightmare also doesn't have crazy reinforcements. Look at this. 73 workers to 65. That is not a very high worker count at all. Raven plus Vikings could potentially clear some of these observers if there are any around. There's currently 1 observer around over here. The Zealot's going to get cleared. Planetary is going to be on the way. We don't have any extra workers coming in for Nightmare. Nightmare is really just setting up for an all-in push, is what it feels like. Oh, there goes that observer. There goes another observer. Oh, there you go. That is scary for everyone involved here. So a lot of stalkers are actually going to fall. The observers are going to escape, though. 1 observer gets taken out. I think this would be a prime opportunity for Gumiho to move across the map and try and win the game. He's going to be up in tech. He's up in upgrades. His combat shield is about to finish. He is quickly moving towards the bottom side to cancel a 5th base, I guess, that isn't there. Because the 5th base is over here due to the 4th base being up here. And Gumiho is just walking back home right now. I am surprised by this. He has a superior upgrade. He has a great looking army. He's adding in 2 command centers. Is instead going to turn this into a super macro game. Which is wild. Given his... Like, look at the armies that we're looking at. Oh, no, you don't want to lose that, brother. Up. If that goes down, I mean, now you really want to fight. 8 Ghost. 8 Ghost versus 7 Templar. 14 Marauders versus 18 Stalkers and 37 Marines in the mix. We still have an army towards the left as well. Do we have anything here? We have like 6 cannons. That is definitely something. Oh, Gumiho. He's just not doing anything. Right now the upgrades are even as well. So maybe Nightmare believes he can do something. I think Nightmare is wrong if he believes he can do something. We have 3 more gates on the way. We have thermal lance coming in. This is a pure Templar army right now. That is all there is for Splash. I'm surprised how poor this fight is going for Gumiho, I'm not gonna lie, because not a single storm has hit yet. I get all the Zealots do end up dying. That is something, but most of the Ghosts also have ended up dying here. We have a bunch of supply. Okay, we actually have a lot of supply here. Like we have a bunker, 3 mines, a tank, and then also 20 supply of bio. There's like 40 supply just chilling on the top side, not doing anything. This fight is going to end very well for Gumiho here too, as he clears majority of the ground forces. Look at that, resources lost in favor of our Terran players, significantly in favor. This is all before 2-2 has finished as well. We have 8 barracks behind this, double port. 6 medevacs, okay. That's a lot of medevacs. I dig the medevac count here for certain. Are we gonna move this army out as well? I think we might. Command center is gonna fly towards the middle portion. As a fusion core gets built in the main base as well. 3-3 upgrades. Okay, so it's going to be 5 base versus 5 base. Now, according to my theory of Protoss versus Terran, if the Protoss player has crap tech and the Terran gets a 5th base, percentage-wise, the win rate for Terran freaking skyrockets. If I knew how to draw graphs in game, I would... Like, imagine this mouse, okay? This is the win percentage, usually. It's in the middle. But then, this is the Terran win percentage once the 5th base finishes up again. Just goes through the freaking roof. Like it's 85 or so. Takes like 85 and 90% of the screen. This wasn't a very clear representation at all. I should have drawn a graph in Paint instead. I regret not doing that. Alright. We have 4 sensor towers. Some of them doubling up as well. It's getting lots and lots of vision. Okay, is this base 6 actually? But I can't even count. Dude, we have 6 bases. How many orbitals do we have? We have 4. I am shocked that Gumiho so far has decided to do absolutely nothing with his army. This entire game has just been him chilling, hanging out, down the street. The same old thing we did last week. Not a thing to do. Oh, I got a big blink forward. You have a couple of ghosts there just idling. We have about 60 supply on the bottom side as well. Gumiho so far has managed to always missplit his army. Legit every single fight. Now he's going to show up with the rest of it. Imagine the surprise being Nightmare here, right? You just absolutely destroy a base and like, what the hell? He still has an army? I thought I just killed it. He killed like 20 supply. I don't understand, but if you have this many sensor towers, how you can be out of position. But Gumiho here is managing it. It's not happy. Not good to see, not good to see. We have Caduceus Reactor first. I like that, increasing the energy regeneration of these medevacs, because he is empty. He's running dry right now. And what is our follow-up going to be? Oh, Advanced Ballistics and probably Liberators. Liberators are a key unit. This turret is getting absolutely smashed by these zealots. Can't repair it, yeah. I don't think this turret does anything, but I love the fact that it's here. Against potential DT run-bys, that turret is going to spot them a second and a half faster than if it was in a safe position. That's always good to see. Okay, we have the zealots now coming in here to the top. It feels like Gumiho just doesn't want to fight because he's afraid of fighting. But I don't think he should. Like, his opponent has 2 Templar in a Prism and the rest is Zealot Stalker. Nightmare does have good vision, right? Holy crap. He has like observers everywhere. This army is scary as hell, by the way. This army is scary as hell. Liberator is going to siege up as well. That is also scary as hell. Should be a good fight right here for Gumiho. We still have 2 Templar, so that is, you know, something that he could possibly use against the opponent. All medevacs decided to go towards the top left. Liberator is still active, actually dealing damage. You get a big fat scan. My big fat scan. Oh, Liberator's gonna show up once more. Clearing more workers most likely, as Nightmare's response time here hasn't been great. Do not want to be in the car when he's driving. So you're getting +3. The problem is that the Liberator count is really bad. It feels like Gumiho has been setting up to go into a Liberator transition this entire time and then never build Liberators. Hey, imagine 4 Liberators in this army. How the hell is Nightmare going to attack into that once there's Advanced Ballistic? Like, he won't. He can't. Liberator now here on the top left. My man is occupying like 50 supply with a single unit. I really believe we can fight at any point. Gumiho thinks that 12 Stalkers and 2 Storms are going to be enough to stop 14 Ghost. I would like to see that claim fact-checked by a unbiased, non-partisan fact-checker. Here we go, we get a split off and we get a single Storm. Like, this is going to be destruction on a scale that we haven't seen before if we decide to fight, but we don't decide to fight. We're gonna go back home right now, defend against this potential threat. Can we hit a big EMP? Oh. No, we won't. We lost the entire army. Or the Ghost for free just walking in there. Storm is going to connect with a lot of SCVs. This is nice. I love these run-bys. I really do like what Nightmare is trying to do. It just feels like, at the end of the day, his army doesn't feel great. But Gumiho just isn't finding a way to truly engage with the army on a critical level. He just keeps kind of getting blasted. Like, just being pulled back and forth. Okay, here we go. Some preemptive EMPs. I mean, you have 15 of them. You probably can preemptively EMP this spot forever. It's more electromagnetic pulses in a row than a body can take. These orbitals are actually going to die. We get a full pullback right now. I'm not saying you should commit to the base trade necessarily, but it does feel like you could make a case for that. Nightmare also doesn't have a crazy high eco. It means his army is relatively large. We now have nukes on the way. We're 19 minutes into the game. It is just a weird setup that we're having here, isn't it? Stalkers are out. Okay, we have a tank that's on the high ground. Come on, maybe another shot. Yeah, one more. The response time of Nightmare is... Yeah, he's really... That was 5 full shots of that tank onto a Stalker army. This is not what's supposed to happen. Ooh. Get a cheeky little scan over here. There goes your vision. Oh, there goes that vision as well. Prism coming in. It's not going to be capable of doing anything. EMPs actually were very good here. Very nice EMPs. This army is not strong enough. I do not see how this is supposed to work. Oh, there we go. Good EMP. Yeah, this is a weak sauce army, let me tell you. If the reinforcements show up, even with these extra zealots, I just don't think you can really do this, can you? Look how big it is. Resources lost heavily in favor of Gumiho right now. I mean, he's just running forward. He's getting his W right now. This is going to be a 2-game series if it continues in this way. Nightmare isn't mining a crazy amount. It does have a Void Ray patrolling through the fire and the flames. He carries on. Look at this. Sniffing farts of the... of this. Is this a planet or like a spaceship? What the hell is this? It's the exhaust pipe of the planet. Putting carbon dioxide. Blue-colored fire comes out of its butt. That's a cool party trick, let me tell you. In the Netherlands, in an amusement park, we have a trick where you pull the tail of a donkey and a golden coin comes out. I think this is way cooler. I'll be messaging the people of said amusement park. Okay, we finally have some liberators on the map, by the way. Thank God. Like some army liberators. Not just liberators to harass a base that now is being defended by the Void Ray, but some actual army liberators. Like, I don't really see how you fight. If these liberators ever set up aggressively, how are you going to fight into that? Like 6 libs, they have so much damage output. The hardest thing here is probably going to be to get across the map with these libs. But he's going to go up to 10 as well. 10 liberators. How many orbitals do we have? We have 7 orbitals, so we can go pretty low in the worker count. I was like, man, 55 is low, but it's fine. Because it is fine. That's why. Okay, Liberator's going to go towards the top left. Void Ray is already moving in position to try and deal with it. It's barely missing it. This guy has 1 job. He's not doing a great job at that 1 job. Back to sniffing the flames. Ooh, this is an interesting attack. Liberator seeded up at the same time. It's actually going to get some kills there. At the same time, we have this attack going on. So a lot of action happening all over the map. Liberator, you're facing the wrong way, brother. Like, I can't see what's going on behind me. It's like, well, stuff is dying. You might want to help. He's ostriching out of the fight there. If you just pretend hard enough that it's not happening, you don't have to contribute. Like, I just don't understand why Gumiho never decides to... Okay, there we go. This is what I want. Although he has no medevacs. 6 medevacs are moving towards his bottom side. We're gonna get a big attack right now. Okay, I do not see a way, like, ever, in which Nightmare is going to break this force. How is he going to attack into 6 freaking Liberators? We do have a Zealot run by that's actually getting some kills. That is bad news. But what is the... How would you deal with this as the Protoss player? I am not seeing it. No? I am so freaking curious. He's going back? Huh. Okay, he wants to deal with this army, which is understandable. He doesn't want to have to deal with a base trade if he believes his army can die. Oh, this is beautiful movement out of Gumiho. I love this movement. Absolutely do adore it. Liberators are sieging up in good positions. You have an attack over here. Storm Stalker Zealot is such a solid response against planetaries. People always thought that these are the way, but having a Templar there to storm SCVs is freaking huge too. I love that type of stuff. Yes, I do. A couple of storms coming down. This army is still fairly damaged, by the way. This is a huge force, and the Liberators are quite split up. We have 3 over here, we have 2 over here, and then we have 2 that are now running towards a base that doesn't exist. I think they're going to go for some harass, but the Void Ray is still around. Oh, can we get a storm? Can we get a storm? We get a zoning storm. We get no EMPs. I feel like sometimes the plan for Gumiho is just to hope that the opponent forgets that he can storm. And this Void Ray, let's see, is the patrol path correct? Oh, no. Gumiho hasn't played enough Hitman. He doesn't know how the AI works. You just throw a coin or a blueberry in a different direction, and then the guard will walk over there after hearing the noise. Agent 47, not so much. Liberators now busy sieging up, although it is near the end of the fight. Liberators on the left are not necessarily participating either. This is an okay battle for Nightmare. It's not great, but I think it is okay, because the Colossi in the back are dealing a lot of damage. Flank now comes in. Zealots are being warped in. Okay, I think Nightmare is going to clean this up, and there's no gas remaining for Gumiho. That's the issue. Look at this. My man has a rich Vespine geyser, which he's not mining. That is bad. Given that he has 4.5k minerals, he can only build marines at this point. He can only build marines. He's going to lose all 3 of these medevacts as well to this Void Ray. What a crazy turnaround. He can only build marines. Like, he's now like, oh, wait a second. Would be nice to have some gas, wouldn't it? Might want to take these extra refineries here as well, fly some orbitals over, see what we can do. So this army is now attacking the left side. Nightmare at 145 supply against 117. More Marines are in production. Do we have enough Vikings? We have 3 Vikings. I doubt that is enough. Mineral income, by the way, for Nightmare is god-awful. It's terrible. It's crap. Let's face it. Let's face it. It is crap. So this army is going to get caught in the middle of the map. Gumiho, who is still in a good eco spot, theoretically, due to his mineral count and due to killing almost all of his opponent's bases, now finds him in this weird situation where he's just lacking gas. He's going to move towards the bottom right. He needs refiner. Like, saturate your gas, man. What the hell are we doing? Like, the gases that we have need to be, yeah, there you go, need to be properly saturated at least. And then you can try to go for drive-bys with just pure marine. You know, send freaking, actually, I don't know where he would go. 10 marines out, that doesn't do anything. Actually, there's no good options. Gumiho's in such an awkward spot. He wants to spend his money on useful stuff, but there's no gas. So he needs to wait. We have 0 ghost in the mix. We have no medevac, so every every stim is going to hurt. Every storm is going to hurt a serious amount. So there's only things that can hurt you. If Nightmare clears this base, that is the end of the end of the gas mining as we know it. It's going to pull back in time. There's just 2 Vikings here. I mean, that is not enough to deal with a Colossus. Like, if you have like 5 or 6, then yeah. 4, 3, 5. Just anything more than 2, really. But 2, you're just tickling, and then the Stalkers come in and they kill it. I know how that works. Gumiho running out of cash. He is expanding towards the bottom side. He has a large... Look at this. Look at this freaking run-by. No medevacs, though. No medevacs in that run-by, which is crazy. And where the hell are they going? I don't even know. This also is being spotted by this observer. Get some more scans here. It feels like Gumiho is... He's managed to spend all of his minerals. He is mining good gas again. And we have this thing on the bottom side. The problem still is the complete lack of ghost and 62 marines. That is 60 supplying units that deal a lot of damage. But if the Colossus as much as farts in its direction, or the Templar with their beautiful blue sparkly eyes, you know, they send the Luke over to a marine, like it falls over and dies. Which is also bad, because this is a significant force here. Good splits though, decent enough maybe. Good pickup there on the Colossus. Templar are going down. Oh, I think Nightmare might just be dead, no? Is Nightmare dead here? I mean, we don't have... Oh, we have 4 more Templars. No way. Look at this. Look at this. This is the surprise of a lifetime. Here we go. That is like 8 storms and 0 EMPs available. Medevacs are also running low. This base still actively mining is a problem for Nightmare. Nightmare has started mining from this middle base though. It is possible that Nightmare could be fine. Medevacs are gonna get shot down out of the sky. Storms are going to blanket this army, and with the Zealot flank from the left side, Nightmare doing what many people didn't think was possible, beating a Terran once they get up to 5 bases, and he ties up the series. Gumiho once again went for this epic trick. Nightmare immediately scouted it. I guess the Reaper is also slightly faster, so I don't super mind it. It's just weird. Oh, this is also gas first, I think. Ooh, this I kind of do like. So gas first means that your first Reaper is out about 3.5 seconds later. And you have slightly worse economy as well, but you can build an instant reactor here, which is, it feels great. The probe timing here was intended to be against a standard Reaper timing. It's like, okay, I want to kill one of your SCVs that is working. So I'm going to send in my worker freaking fast. Nightmare didn't realize this was a gas first. You can see it by the barracks timing though. The barracks finishes after 130. It's usually gas first. 126, 127 is barracks into gas. So quick tips here for the people that are watching at home. As we're gonna start with a Stalker into Twilight Council. Sorry, Adept into Stalker into Twilight Council. Did not see that Adept out on the map yet. But of course it is. Starport comes down at an insanely high pace as well. We are going for just a straight up tech lap. This is gonna finish up, and I think the SCV might even survive. It's gonna be close. Oh, Nightmare is gonna feel bad about that for a little while. This Reaper got 2 kills? What? Serious? 2 kills? Wow. Look at you. A real hunter. That is a big deal, by the way. 2 kills early on in the game. Like, the earlier you get the kill, the more impactful it tends to be, as a Reaper manages to stay alive once more. Second gateway now on the way in the main base. We're going for a Cyclone drop as the CC flies towards the low ground. I freaking love this. Another Cyclone build. The question now is, there's going to be a tank. Otherwise, the factory would already be moving away. And as I say it, the factory moves away. It's going to be a tech lab here. Starport will fly onto this thing. This should be a tech lab, right? Yeah, there you go. And then I guess you can go either Raven or tank. Like, both are really viable options. Raven or tank. Raven or Banshee, sorry. Like, both are fine. We're getting that third gas here instantly. Yeah, oh, this is the same build we saw before. It's the 6 Marine drop with the Reaper Cyclone. It's going to be Banshee. And then late tank, I guess. We're going for a late tank. Oh, he's going to hit at the front. That is his plan here. It is rare to see that, let me tell you. It is rare to see that. Do we have a battery in the natural? No, we don't. Marine drop's going to hit the main base. 425. It's a little bit late, I think. Gumiho needs to be extremely careful here. And he's being extremely careful. It's going to run away. What do you have out here on the other side of the map? There's going to be one Adept that will be running in. And it's a cute move. I like that. I really do like that. That definitely is a cute move. Let's get the shade away as well. And the Marine drop's looking for an Adept. It's not going to find it. Prism is a follow-up. It will be a 3-gate blink attack here. With a serious amount of Stalkers. And as a frequent flyer with this build, I know that you usually want to keep 2 to 3 Stalkers at home. That's going to be very helpful. On top of that, you want to send your first observer ideally across the map. But in this case, ideally you keep it at home. So we'll see how he's going to go. We don't have an observer on the way quite yet. We also don't have a third base. Huh. Oh, he's going for another warp in before third. That might actually bite him in the bum if this Nexus doesn't go down. Yeah. Now this Nexus is going to be super delayed. What do we have defensively? Tank on the high ground. Beautiful position. We get a blink up. Not so certain about that blink up, let me tell you. These Stalkers are now stuck. And we take out, what is that, 4? 4 Stalkers total end up dying there. Gumiho feels so freaking comfortable after this. He wants to move across the map. Now, I cannot necessarily endorse this particular move. Low ground 3rd CC as well. Like, this is going to be awkward because you have 4 Stalkers in your main base. No real defense there either. What do you have defensively? 3 Stalkers. They're on the wrong side of the road, though. And how will this chicken cross the road? It will need to go back. And right now there's a Banshee there, and there's a... Well, there's a Cyclone. Never mind. The Cyclone's not that scary. Banshee could be scary. Good damage output. Observer comes out at the perfect time. First Banshee goes down. This is a nice defense. We have the recall as well, with 3 more Stalkers now showing up. No battery defensively does mean that a couple of workers need to be pulled. And if you kill 5, 6, 7 workers here, you're probably okay with how this went. Ooh, the Observer was sniped. Neat. Very neat play indeed. I wish he would stay in the natural. Doesn't know, of course, what we know, that there's a battery in the main, so that is frustrating for Gumiho. Probably could have gotten 3, 4 more kills over here. He wanted to get greedy, go into the main base, and now he's realized, nope, I am in trouble. I cannot do that. Banshee is just kind of idling here. He's just gonna get killed. If he ain't... No, he's just gonna get killed, even if he is careful at this point. 3rd CC, however, is gonna finish up. We have an eBay. We have 2 more barracks. So... Oh. More Banshees? Is he serious? Wow. Okay. That is an interesting move that we don't see very frequently. Nothing at home, by the way, to defend against this triple Stalker, or sorry, triple Zealot harass. Charge is about to finish up. Not quite done yet, though. Here we go. Couple of SCVs are going to get knocked out. 3 SCVs, to be exact, are going to get knocked out. That is frustrating, but it is also the way of the world. Observer making its way across the map. 2 more gateways coming in. That brings the total up to 8. Storm as well. So it's the 3rd time we're going to go Storm, but late forges. I think Gumiho's position is actually very good. These 2 Banshees are weird. They would have been less weird had Gumiho tried to hide them. And then go for an eventual run. But he just showed them because it was all army move commanding, trying to catch a prism. For the people that don't know, Banshees don't shoot up. So that didn't make a whole lot of sense. Because imagine you flying with these Banshees, you kill 10 workers. That could be game over. Imagine you fly in and you kill 3 workers. That's not great. Imagine you fly in and you kill 5. Also not great. Like, you really need a lot of workers. Oh my god. Nightmare knows. I know something about you. You built 2 Banshees. And that sucks. That would be the end of the rap battle if Nightmare was battling an 8 Mile versus Gumiho. Instead of Bunny Rabbit versus Papa Dog. Wouldn't need the rest of any of the lines. Gumiho would just walk away. Yeah, freaking Banshees do blow. Never mind. Time to go home. Think of some new build orders. What the hell is this? How many did he build total? 4. 4 Banshees. Combat shield has finished up as well. No fort base. 56 workers. So what does Nightmare want from this? Nightmare wants to kill his opponent right now. If Nightmare doesn't kill his opponent, he's not just in a little bit of trouble, he's freaking cooked himself. Yeah, okay, killing or very, very significant damages. The Banshees now are moving out again. They've gained enough trust to make a move onto the map. There's really not that much at home. Like, you look at this and you think to yourself, how good is this? Actually, no. There's nothing here defensively. Ooh, Banshees. How the hell does Nightmare know? Look at this! Dude, this guy has the brain of a freaking surgeon. He's so precise with his movements. He saw it. What the hell? That is super impressive. That actually is super impressive. Wow. How did he know? How did he know? He just felt it. I guess he knew the Banshees were still alive. He had 3 stalkers over here. And he had an observer there. He was just well prepared. I was like, man, this guy is insane. You get a recharge here, and yeah, we get a storm. Okay, so you get a snipe on a base. Probably gonna lose some of these medavacs though, aren't you? Oh, blink, blink. That's 1 full one. 1 full one. 1 empty one. Ooh. Gumiho's gonna keep flying. 1 Templar on the edge here could cause some serious damage as well. Both mentally and physically. The Banshees now show up here to cause some serious physical damage. Oh, Gumiho has different plans. Not a huge fan of this plan, because he seems to just be losing all of his units for free. For the people unaware, that is generally not considered a great plan. It's kind of a weird plan as well. No. Losing all of your units. It's much better to keep them alive. I'll be sending an email to him soon. He will learn from his mistakes, don't you worry, guys. Double Banshees are still alive somehow, some way. Also has 4 Vikings out already, and 1/1 upgrades. This is actually a very similar situation to the previous game. Upgrade lead for Gumiho, eco lead for Gumiho. The only thing he isn't leading in is in testosterone count. He just stays at home the entire day, afraid of something bad happening. A little bit more risk in your life wouldn't hurt you, Gumiho, let me tell you. 2 steps down the stairs at the same time. I remember as a kid I would often jump down like 5, 6 at the same time. Like in a large apartment building nearby, you try to jump as many steps as you could, often resulting in you falling over one of the bottom steps, scraping your knee, destroying your pants. Oh, kids are freaking stupid. I feel like my entire childhood was just figuring out inefficient ways to hurt yourself. Good stuff, though. Alright, here we go. Look at this snipe. Speaking... Poof. 4 Vikings and a dream. It gets the prism. I think there was 1 Templar still in it. Did he just start attacking his own cooling tower? That is painful and not allowed. Drilling claws on the way, what? That is also allowed. Weird, but definitely allowed. You have double medevacs that are now coming out. I don't know what the weirdest... You know what the weirdest thing is here? Like, what is the oddest thing in all of this? Is it that Gumiho is being so passive and playing for the late game? Is it the drilling claws? Is it the fact that last time around he had ship weapons level 3 and 0 liberators? Okay, here we go, defensive setup. Once again, a completely erroneous split. We've gotten used to those throughout this series. He's just gonna lose a lot of SCVs here. He hits some fat feedback. This army for Nightmare is gonna die though. Hey. Every single time Gumiho fights, he wins. But then he never wants to fight. He's like one of these honorable guys, you know, walks around on the street, could beat everyone up, but never challenges someone to a fight. Only when someone challenges him, he will go. It's like an NPC. In Pokemon. No, in Pokemon they come up to you. You can always dodge them though. You know what I always hated? You had like these guys in the water. And as you're swimming by the guy in the water that is doing like the... Well, hold that thought. Actually having some fights happening. Gumiho has found his balls. But you know what? I do want to move across the map. Let me scan this position 3 times and then go back home. Come on, we have 2 upgrades coming in. We can do something here, man. We have the power. We have the ability. He's going to be up 2 upgrades for at least 15 seconds. If he hits any of his EMPs here, this is so freaking bad for Nightmare. Ooh, we have some EMPs that still need to hit these Templar. Can we get them in? We get some splits. Good feedback. I think this might actually be enough for Nightmare. This army is extremely overstimmed, low on medevac energy. Though the split backwards are fine. Banshee on the left doing some good stuff here too. 123 supply to 165. Okay, I like it. I dig it. I give it 4.5 stars. We can go for round number 2 soon. It's gonna go drop. After the previous non-successes, we're going for it again. Love to see it. I mean, this time it could definitely work. There's just not a lot defensively on the sides. This observer is doing God's work. Good lord. The vision that Nightmare creates for himself is admirable. It really is. Admirable? Admirable. I admire his vision. So I'm trying to say, okay, here comes the storm. God, the Templars are so freaking slow. It's painful. No, it's an okay storm. It's not a great one. Yeah, what I was gonna say, sometimes, you know, you're swimming in between the islands in Pokemon, and you have like one of these trainers that is circling, you know, ting, 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 each side. Then as you swim by him, a Tentacruel. You meet a Tentacruel, or Tentacool, whatever they're called. And then as you come out of the battle, the guy looks in your direction. And there's nothing you can do. And then you also have to fight this moron. Oh, hold that thought. As, ooh, big EMP. 180 supply to 193. Both players have like half their army here. Now the rest is showing up. This is a very weird fight because neither player really knew what the opponent had. Gumiho's gonna come out victorious. Not a huge surprise because there's 5 Templar with storms in the back that didn't do anything. This entire army is in the red. Supply favorable for Gumiho. Storm count favorable for Nightmare though. And energy count overall. Look at it. Medevacs are naked, empty. Supply now is starting to tip in favor of Nightmare as well. I think Nightmare is actually kind of doing it. Does not have great eco, but 75 workers is okay. We have only 3 orbitals behind this. SCVs are going to be pulled back. If we just had like 3 EMPs right now, this would be a very different fight. Actually, more if there are like 8 EMPs. These Archons could actually put in some work for the first time in forever. SCVs move towards the right side. We'll start saturating the right side base. The turret dies. Nightmare is way more aggressive when he believes he has even the tiniest of edges. Actually, if Nightmare believes the game is even, he'll go for a fight. You know, even if he's behind, he'll go for a fight. Nightmare looks at a guy, sees that he's like 6'5", twice his weight, and is like, you know what? I think I should punch him. Probably shouldn't, Nightmare. This guy is gonna smash your face in. But Nightmare is not afraid. Nightmare is not afraid. He just goes in there. Look at that. Boom. Templar is just hitting absolutely everything right now. Zoning away that right side army, hitting a big one on the bottom side, moves away too fast. Planetary barely manages to survive. Now ends up dying, but as a result, Nightmare loses a lot of supply in the end. This is such a crazy game. This game is like the ocean. It waves back and forth. The tides, they pull him up. And then the tides, they pull him down. I don't know how the tides work, but I think it's something along those lines. We now have a right-side army. This might be the first successful army split in this series. If he actually goes for it. Ooh, Gumiho, he thought there was going to be stuff on the right side. There's nothing on the right side except a couple of Templar. Okay, we have, oh my god, a couple. We have like 12 Templar here. Okay, that storm hit big time. Do we have another storm? Wait, we have 17 more storms. Do we have storms for a day? Gumiho is not going to be seeing the sun for a while. 3-3 is about to finish up here as well. Right now he's down 2 upgrades. Here comes the flanking prism with the Templar. And it's going to explode all over these Marauders. Oh no, I wasn't prepared for this. Splat. Hate to see it. Oh. Tanked the mine shot with the prism that's empty. High level move. Left side base is going to get taken out. I think Gumiho is actually running out of steam. I actually think Gumiho is running out of steam here. Big time as well. Gumiho has 68 workers against the 72. He's only 140 supply against 170. He is 4 base versus soon to be 6. Right now still 5. And Nightmare has 18 Templar? Surely that's not legal. 18! Hey, that does explain why he always has storms everywhere. He's getting absolutely busted in the head. Tree splitting. Here we go. Moves his army back. Here comes the surprise. This is the type of surprise party I wouldn't want to be invited in. Where people shoot at you. It sounds like a terrible surprise party. Kevin, we got all of your friends together and gave them AR-15s to shoot you with. It's like, what? It is one of the worst surprises you could probably get on your birthday. All your family and friends like betraying you at the same time. What the hell is this? He's just... He's making a concave with only Templar. It is. He's like a... He can auto-attack these guys to death at this point. There's a prism in the main. How many prisms do we have? Oh, we have 2. That's not that crazy, but it's still more than you usually see. Observer also putting in some serious work, by the way. Oh my god, the storms are everywhere. The storms are everywhere, and that's going to be game. GG gets called as Nightmare win the series 2-1 after a heavy Templar showdown.